Hello there! So today I want to talk about Epidemic sound. A lot of YouTubers have been promoting this lately, but today I want to look at if it makes sense to use Epidemic sound as a small YouTuber, like me. Okay, let's get started. Maybe we should start with talking about what Epidemic sound actually is. So Epidemic sound is a music library, more or less, and you can license their tracks. But they also have a cool thing, which is the YouTube subscription. There, basically, you pay one fixed amount. Here in Central Europe it's 13 euros, and then you can use all of their music on your videos. 13 euros is the cheapest option if you don't have more than 500,000 monthly video views. I only have 10,000 monthly video views, so this is definitely enough for me. And I am currently on this 30-day free trial. But it's already running out, so I want to make this video. Good. Now basically Epidemic Sound offers you a lot of music, and each month they add new songs. If you want to have a look at the albums, they also do specific stuff for YouTube, which is quite cool. For instance, let's have a look at this, which says it's for YouTube montages. Let's just have a listen. Yeah, I can imagine that you could do a nice montage on top of this song. For each of the songs you see the speed that they're in, that's pretty helpful, and also the mood, and they put it in a genre. Let's have a listen to another thing. So there is a lot of music that you can definitely use well on your YouTube videos. Okay. You just go ahead and click download, then you can select which type of download you want. If you're happy with the song, you just use the full mix, and there you go, you can download it. So that's all super easy and super quick, but I do not only have positive things to say about Epidemic Sound, so let's continue with my review. Now, if we go to browse. Now sometimes I have a video pretty much ready and I just want to have nice background music to it. I personally found it very hard to find something that suits the mood of the video. It's a lot easier the other way if you have the sound to make a video to the sound. That's no problem, then you can just adjust. But if you have a video with some specific feelings, then finding a song that represents that properly, I didn't really manage. I mean, you can select moods here in the browse, but they only have like very broad, happy, and also you can try and fit it in the genre that you want. I really had a hard time finding exactly what I want, because there is no feature where I can, I don't know, sing to the app and then it will give me a song. That's not how it works. So by using a song from Epidemic, I had to adjust the feeling of the video a bit. Searching for songs in general, I had a very hard time, especially in the beginning. I had no idea what I actually want. That might also be a problem. You don't really know, there's just too much here. There are all these genres and moods and tempos, and I have no idea what I actually want. By now I know that I can work pretty well with soft house. That's basically what I really like. So have a listen into one song in there. That's something that is nice and smooth that I can put in the background of my videos, and that usually works well if it's quiet enough. Yeah, nice tropical stuff. That's the music I like. So, okay, so there are lots of tracks. You will find something, that's not the problem. You will always find something appropriate. The question is just how long does it take you to actually find it? Because I'm not happy with how the browse system is built. The movement works somewhat. I mean, I have never used it because it never got the results that I wanted. Also, the places never really seemed to help when searching for something. I was just having a hard time finding something that I liked for my video. I don't want to spend as much time finding a song than I spend actually editing my video. I have done that, but I don't want to do that. That's just not worth it for me. What was really nice were those categories here, Italy for instance, where it just gives you songs that feel Italian or that sound Italian. That was super helpful for the video in Venice for instance, because that is Italy, and so having some Italian sounds in the background, that it just worked so well. And there are not that many in that category, so I could have a listen through a lot of them and then actually select the ones that I liked. And I'm pretty happy with how that video turned out. Also, they have it for France, so I can do the same thing for my Versailles video for instance. But the problem is that's only for a few specific countries. If I wanted to have, say, Austrian Volksmusik, no chance. That's just, I mean, I can search, but there's one waltz. And that's it. And so I don't have a lot of, you know, possibilities there. There are songs for Christmas, birthdays, even funerals. Sad funeral songs. Well, this one is actually hopeful. Sounds sad though. Another thing that I wanted to find and just didn't find was some music to dance swing to. So some swingy tunes. I wanted to dance Lindy Hop to some music. It just didn't work. I can even search for Lindy Hop. Well, I guess this one song could work, but again, it's not the swingy kind of thing that I was looking for, you know? The closest would be some jazz stuff, but there is nothing specific for like swing, like the nice 20s music. Maybe there's 1920s pop, but I don't think so. No, pop starts at the 1960s. I also really like the 2010 pop songs. They have some pretty cool things in there. That's because that goes in the direction of, you know, house music. And, you know, nowadays pop is electronic. And those kind of songs also work pretty well, either in the background or for B-roll. But yeah, you really have to find the song first and then build the video around the song. The other way is just not really possible, at least not for me. I mean, what also works pretty well is if you take one of the songs and then dance to it and you make a dance video, that's what Epidemic sound is really good for, because you have really good music and then you just focus on the dance and to the music. But again, you do the dance to the music and you don't search the music for the dance. You see, that's always my problem here. Right. Then they also do sound effects, which I haven't been using a lot because I don't do a lot of interesting stuff that really needs sound effects. But one sound effect that I really wanted to have was the one that introduces a slow motion. You know, the and then back, slow the tape down and speed it up again. And I just didn't find it. I can search for slow motion, 2 sound effects, and those are shots that's not what I want. That's also definitely not what I want. What else can I search for? Tape. Tape? Duct tape. No, that's not what I want. I want a tape slowdown. So I had no idea what to search for, and until today I still haven't figured out what I need to search for to find this freaking sound effect. I know that the sound effect is in there because Peter McKinnon has talked about it and has used it in his video. But I don't know the name for it, so I can't find it. And that's my main problem, really. I have to click through every single one of them, and they're just, I mean, there are categories for sound effects, but I don't even know which category it's in. I don't know where it is. Yeah, so that's kind of not so cool. Another thing that I thought that I might use Epidemic Sound for is, you know, as a substitute for something like Spotify, that I will just listen to music on Epidemic Sound, because then I already hear some music that I might then use in my videos. But there are two main problems with that. First of all, it's not that big of an audio library. It does have some nice songs in there, but it's also a lot of things that I just wouldn't listen to, that I don't like. Sometimes the player does not automatically start with the next song. In this case it did. But sometimes it just doesn't. It just doesn't. If you get Epidemic Sound for just listening to music, don't. That's not worth it, definitely not. Another thing that I think just doesn't work at Epidemic Sound, or doesn't work well, is this find similar feature. Now, if I have a song like this, yeah, I really like this song, sounds great. Now I want to have a song that is like this song, but a different song. So I click the find similar. The first one is the same song, just with lyrics, so that's not what I want. So I select the second thing, and suddenly that sounds completely different, if you ask me. Even the sound goes down. That's how much it just doesn't sound the same. That it's just not the same. Okay, the first one was dreamy, this one is happy. Okay, let's select one that is more dreamy then. Not at all the same! That's not, look at that, this one has 101 beats and everything else is somewhere completely different. Oh, this one has 100. But it also, like, in my opinion, you can't compare it to this. This feels completely different. Do you see what I mean? And this is just something that, so this find similar feature, super pointless, really. Disappointed. Then there are some small things that I usually complain about from the usability perspective. For instance, like I want to click on, I want to see my project. Oh no, I have to click something here that my project opens and I can do stuff with the project. And then, yeah, this just... Usability is also not the nicest thing, but the webpage seems somewhat stable, so we can't really complain about that. Now, as a resume, Epidemic Sound, it is a really nice thing, and you don't have to do a lot. You don't need to put something in the description, you don't need to license every individual song. You can just download it, put it in your video, and then upload it. As long as you subscribe, you're fine. But those 13 euros kinda hurt my budget, especially because I do not make money with YouTube, like not really. I mean, I don't make more than $1 with advertising, and starting next month they will also shut that down because I'm just too small. So all my revenue comes from Patreon, and on Patreon I don't even earn a fourth of what Epidemic Sound would cost me each month. So I'd have to pay that from my pocket, and that's just not worth it. I mean, there are other sources where you can get nice music for free, and personally I even prefer paying someone else on Patreon to get access to their music. I find like I support an individual and not a company, so I feel better with that. Also, it's cheaper if I only do it for 1 or 2 people. So really, whether or not you should use Epidemic Sound depends mainly on how much money you're already making with your videos. If you make, like, say, more than $50 a month, then you might not care that much about those 15 bucks, but as long as you don't even break even, it's just not worth it. I mean, I really expected more, and it's just... Besides, having this subscription puts pressure on me. Like, oh, now I'm paying for this. Now I should really use background music to all of my videos, because otherwise I'm paying for nothing. And sometimes I just don't want to use music in my videos. So really, that's a pressure that I just don't want to have. So really, I will cancel my subscription the day before the 30-day trial runs out. Alright, now at least you know that there is such a thing as Epidemic Sound. I mean, they have really cool music, but sometimes, for some people, it's just not worth it. And there is good music everywhere, so just need to find it. Make a backup. and thanks for watching. See you next time, without sounds from Epidemic Sound, because I will have cancelled. Ba-da-ba-bam-bam-ba-da.